What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer. Today I might actually try and go for a little bone run. I don't know if I have one in my run request. Let's have a look. I do. Simple Sorcerer, Dark Paladin and Little Bone together. Ignacio Felix, Bomber and Little Bone ability spam, which is going to be very hard to do. Delta, Magic, Basic Attack, Little Bone. Okay, those are the three I have. So shoutouts to those people. Maybe we'll do one of those today. Who knows? For partner skull, suppose I could try and get bomber going. I have to find miniature bombs to even get this run off the ground. It's very difficult to do a run like this because you need two very specific abilities, and the odds of getting them together are pretty damn low. And apparently, only risky upgrade exists, as we're learning. Please give it to me. Come on. Okay, Ignite's one of the abilities, but starting with Ignite doesn't... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just... I don't want to be here all day. And we'll just grab a skull for, like, you know, the bone shards there. Any rare will do. Start with the usual and get on out there. Ability spam bomber is like one of the most powerful bomber archetypes. Obviously, you have Kaboom Bomber, which is the obvious choice. But frankly, I think this is underrated and maybe even not very well known by some a lot of the Skull community. That this there are other ways to play bomber that aren't just blowing up instantly. But the problem is, like I said, it's very hard to pull it off because you need two specific abilities together, and anytime you're trying to get two specific abilities together, you're going to be having a bad time, which is, you know, the problem with Haxa. It's the problem with, you can say it's a problem with Predator because a lot of Predator's abilities are bad. There's only two really good ones. It's just a problem in general, but... maybe we'll get lucky, and if we don't get lucky, maybe we'll roll lucky with an ability swapper. We'll see. We'll just have to feel it out. I think I'm committed to Little Bone at the minimum, because it's been a while since I've done a Little Bone run. The basic attack Little Bone run from Delta is certainly an interesting run request. I don't know if it's very good, but maybe that's the point, because Little Bone not known exactly for his prowess with basic attacks. Obviously, you have like Mana Gauntlet, which would certainly help him along, and Rapidity is now a lot better than it was. But also, Little Bone is not a Speed Skull. He is a Balanced Skull, so he's just not very good at basic attacks. And as we can see here, you can see it as we speak, his basic attack leaves a little bit to be desired. But maybe we can make it work. I don't know. I'm certainly going to try my best to fulfill a run request today, but Little Bone's bread and butter is and always will be ability spam builds. In fact, he is unparalleled at ability spam. It's kind of funny that a lot of new players have the perception that Little Bone is not powerful because there's an achievement you get for beating the game with him, which I don't blame people for thinking that would make him not powerful, because an achievement, I guess there's like an assumption of like, I don't know, an achievement there. But I will assure you, Little Bone's one of the most powerful skulls in the entire game. Like, and I'm not, like, that is not even slightly an exaggeration. He is obscenely powerful when built in the right way. And it's not even that hard to build him. So, consistent and powerful. Little Bone is, like, definitely a contender for best skull in the game. I've heard it said, and I don't, like, I personally don't think he's the best skull in the game, but I don't, you know, I don't disagree strongly with people for thinking that he might be. Like, he is that good. Hopefully we'll get to see it today. And there's even, like, special interactions in the game with Little Bone. Like, he interacts uniquely with ability spam. Say, like, I don't know, Silent Cries and Manatech Circulator. He has, like, animation canceling that the devs have given him that make him even more consistent and powerful than he was before. I don't know, man. The devs are very clearly trying to push Little Bone's the boundaries that Little Bone is capable of. And over the course of like 1.7, he's just slowly but surely gotten even more powerful. And he was powerful even in normal mode, too, before they added all the new bells and whistles to the game. Maybe I'll get to show people that in this episode. I always like showing people who don't know that Little Bone is powerful, just how powerful he actually is. Also, don't mind me. I'm going to cheese grab this HP orb. Not before I deal with these guys. I don't want to take accidental damage while trying to go for this. See, the hitbox of the HP orbs is way bigger than it looks. So if you ever see a HP orb in the brambles and you're like, well, I guess I can't get that, you can. And it's really not even that hard. Like, you can do it even if you're, like, pretty new to the game. I would at least imagine, because it's not as precise as you'd think it is. Let's see if we can't get 2 birds with 1 stone here. Also, we're seeing the downsides of early game Bomber. One of the best skulls in the game is one of the worst skulls in the game when you first grab him. Bar none. He's terrible. Not a bad Act 1 Part 1, though. Also, that's Dwarf. That could send me down the path of basic attack, Little Bone. I'm just going to grab that. Also, might grab that. Fuck it, I'll grab it. It's pretty powerful. I could keep going to get something more interesting, but I think I just want to get something good. What kind of alchemist is this? Neurolepsis is the best alchemist flask, but I'm still not very interested in alchemist. However, I am interested in guaranteeing we upgrade our bomber, leaving Act 1 Part 1, to see if we get lucky and get the other ability, miniature bombs, that I'm looking for. While we're here, though, let's try and farm our dwarf a little bit. It would certainly be awkward to carry dwarf and bomber the whole run, so maybe if I upgrade this to King Dwarf, I focus on the basic attack Little Bone run request and don't necessarily focus on ability spam Bomber with Little Bone. It's kind of hard to fulfill both run requests at once since Bomber can't basic attack. Give me your legendary. Never get the legendary. Don't even get HP. How rude. How BM. Take the bone shards. Alright, let's see if we get lucky. Miniature bombs, please. Well, there it is. We're on the path, which definitely makes me want to focus it, but we still need a lot to get to the final result. Simply getting the abilities together is not enough. I would say you need Manatech Circulator. You certainly need Silent Cries. You need a high amount of ability cooldown, which we're kind of going for anyway with Little Bone. So, you know what? Maybe we get there fairly simply. Who knows? I am, however, losing a bunch of HP for no reasons. Can't say I like that. Okay, let's not be stupid here. Like, I shouldn't lose my reassembly trying to farm King Dwarf. I would have to go out of my way to say that's probably not good. That's probably not worth it. Okay, that was maybe a waste. In fact, no baby about it. That was a waste. That was an enormous waste of a kaboom. I mean, that's rapidity, but I'm probably not going the rapidity route. Excuse me, I wanted to drink some water. Or not water, tea. Delicious tea. I think I'll grab this. Not a very good item. But the funny thing is, both of its inscriptions are like Omega powerful. Like, it's just wild that despite having like some of the best inscriptions in the game on it, it's still just not a good item. Like, both of its inscriptions are like insane. Revenge is just one of the best, if not the best inscription. It's like maybe the best inscription in the game. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to figure out precisely where we're at in this recent meta shift. It's possible we were all along sleeping on Revenge as an inscription, but like now that it's like even more powerful than it was, it's kind of ridiculous. Okay, that's ability spam. We want that. Definitely heading down an ability spam route. We'll see what we get up here. Just want to make sure I don't pass anything good. I'll be taking that. Okay, we're definitely going down a bomber route. Which means we may shift away from the dwarf. I don't know. We'll see. It's possible that I can still get some value out of dwarf. I'm taking this. Like I said, revenge is good now. Even though this item, not a bad item for the record, it's actually a pretty solid item. I just don't, I don't know. When I first started the Dark Mirror, I was much more of an HP fiend than I am these days. I don't rely on it as much as I used to. So, I don't know. I don't value that item as much as I did at the start of the Dark Mirror, but don't get it twisted. It's a good item. Just not, it's not building towards damage, which you guys know me. I'm a bit of a damage slut. I do love my damage percent. Which you should too, for the record. Oh, okay, I put that. Thankfully, he teleports. And also, this guy teleports too. Let's see if we can't farm some procs on this specific dwarf. Don't know why I was so hell-bent on farming off that dwarf. Guess sunk cost fallacy. I didn't want to admit that I fucked up. 133 on a dwarf ain't bad for the record. So far, the dwarf farming is going good. This soil is rich in nutrients. Excuse me. Also, a lot of big enemies to attack too. What's our damage though? 293 is pretty big for Act 1. So that's like making farming dwarf a little less good, I suppose. There's actually, you know, like a kind of weird, you know, at least when you're initially farming your dwarf, having more damage percent with your dwarf is not great. Obviously, once he's king dwarf, it's good, but starting out, you actually want less damage so you can get more hits on your procs. You come over here, sir. Thank you. Yegi's gonna be like the most dwarf farming. Basically, I'd like to get this awoken as quickly as possible. So if I find like a nice alternative quintessence that's good, I can happily swap out my dwarf and get the 15 max HP. A little bit of min-maxing for you. Alright, it's time to farm. Everyone loves when I pick up dwarf. They're like, this is going to be a banger episode because Haxa is going to farm dwarf procs for like the first 15 minutes of the run. And you guys are all pogging. You guys are losing your minds. It's the most exciting thing ever. Especially in the Yigi fight. You guys love when I'm in the Yigi fight for 10 hours. It's the best. Get this Mother Hubbard to at least 250. It's not going to get the 250, and that's copium. It's probably going to make it to, like, I don't know, 220. Maybe 250 ain't out of unreasonable. I don't know. Now that I'm really looking at it, okay, it's unreasonable. It ain't happening. It was a nice thought, though. It's probably getting, like, 240. Okay, maybe not. Maybe 235. We're gonna slowly keep shaving off pieces of our dwarf farming here. Oh! Oh, I was more spot on than I thought. 243, not bad. Phase 2 of Yugi, you pretty much can't farm, so we're gonna get out of this real quick, real nice and easy, okay? Sorry for the wait. Yeah, this is gonna be Omega easy. Never stood a freaking chance. This is how fast phase 1 could have gone, but I wanted to farm my dwarf. What is in the box? We have Eldarin's Chamber Pot in here. However, of course, I'm going to be taking this. But you know what's interesting? This item actually got changed, and it was not included in the patch notes. This item now breaks and produces an after item, kind of like Voodoo Doll. But it's a really bad item, and it's like strictly worse than World Tree Seed. It basically only gives 15% stats in both directions. Has both of these inscriptions, and it's like there's almost no reason to ever take this item over World Tree Seed still. So if you ever see World Tree Seed alongside this item, there's zero purpose to take Eldrin's Gratitude. Still, the devs have not fixed it. They just made it less awful, basically. Obviously, World Tree Seed is not here. If this was not here, I would probably actually take this. Because now it's actually sometimes takeable. Like, it's not as completely and utterly untakeable as it used to be. But we have the Ritual Staff, which is, like, strictly better in every sense of the word, so. Hard pass. I'll be taking Silent Cries here. It's a big, big piece of the puzzle for making this work. I feel good about this. I think this run's going to be interesting. Are we there with our... We are not there yet with Little Bone. Little Bone has like a nice threshold where you can hold both of... You don't even have to press the ability buttons with Little Bone once he passes a certain point. You can just like hold down both skill keys and it like auto uses the abilities, which is something unique to Little Bone. No one else can do this. Which is why I would mention at the start of this run that like they're adding specific quirks to Little Bone to make him easier to use for people. Like, I think they're really trying to push Little Bone's power now. They realize what his lane is. He's like an item ability spam user, and they're really leaning into it, which is good. That's really good. Like, he truly is unparalleled in item ability spam. For a short while though, Little Bone actually got overtaken as the best ability spam Skul user. If you watch like my old tier list from way back in the day, when Mage came out, or actually I don't think Mage was on that tier list actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Where did I say? I might have said this in a video or something, but very briefly, in normal mode at least, Little Bone was usurped as the like be-all end-all ability or item ability spam user, but he got overtaken again by Mage. It didn't take very long, or he overtook the Mage again. It didn't take very long. Very much worth considering picking up the offensive wheel here, even though we're kind of going in a magic direction. Offensive wheel is just like the bee's knees, man. It's so fucking good. Also worth considering, Mana Cycle 4 is not very valuable to me, but we don't have Mana Cycle 2 even yet, so I think I could probably get rid of the rejuvenating route, even though excuse me, even though I don't like losing revenge. Revenge on those two items was never a long-term game plan regardless, so. Okay, there's our dwarf. Now we don't have to farm anymore. It's no holds barred now. To the races. As long as we can soon get our Little Bone off the ground. As you can see, we're getting there with our ability spam. There's still a long ways to go, though. We need Manatech Circulator. That's like one of the big items I'm looking for on this build. Shouldn't be that hard to find, but obviously luck in Skul the Hero Slayer, it can be a bit of an asshole. So I'm hoping the game cooperates and lets me build this build. I haven't gotten to play this build since... I think I played it one time while I was climbing the Dark Mirror in the beta. Like, I haven't gotten to play this in a very long time, and I miss it. It's a very fun build. That's... Oh, that's Fulgent Dawn. Can't really go wrong with a Fulgent Dawn. Also, I was looking at this if we're going to go even slightly mixed, but I don't know if I'm going mixed yet. I'd rather just focus on getting items that I need to make this build happen. I'll take this, though. And let's look at pedestals, maybe. There's nothing here that's that interesting to me. We'll just pass on it. This build also has some swap synergy too, which is good because we're going to be swapping a lot. Also, look at all these wheels. Look at the perfect synergy. The perfect sync between the wheels. Working in perfect tandem. You love to see it. Oh my god. This is going to be such a fun time. I hope. Don't do DM10 things, Mirror. I'm having a good time right now. I don't want to stop at all. Ability swapper. Thank God we don't need her. I'm going to let her out of her cage and just be on my way. Out of my way. One side. And all that. Okay, we're not going to get them with this blow up. It's fine, though. God, we're going to have so many wheels. It's so exciting to even think about it. There's still a lot of items that I'm looking for. Bone of Mana is an obvious one. I hope you guys are beginning to see the puzzle. Those who are non-believers of Little Bone. Please give me your legendary. Never, ever. But this is such a good item. This is also an enabler for this build. Definitely one of the most important pickups we could have found. I think we lose treasure here. We'll hopefully find a way to get it back, but treasure is a luxury. But it's a very good luxury to have. Like, don't get it twisted. Also, Kaboom, Legendary Bomber in Act 2 Part 1 or 2. This is actually insane. Okay, it's time. I mean, the run is off to the races, and it's been off to the races. Now we're done building our skulls, and we can focus on getting our attack speed and skill cooldown up, which is also a very big important piece of this run. And we have a lot of time to make this happen, which is absolutely ridiculous. Unbelievable. Okay, I'm already having a good time. Except stop giving me commons. Stop it, game. Let me have fun. I mean, what do you even say? And also, I guess people who haven't seen this bomber build before are now getting to see it. Like, you know, bomber can do other things besides instantly come in and blow up. Which, by the way, I didn't know this. This was suggested to me from a viewer. Like a viewer who, maybe even it might have been Delta, actually. Shouts to Delta, who is like a regular stream viewer and also a member of my Discord server. I think it might have been Delta that told me about this build. Maybe DOS Skull, who is also worthy of a shout out. Notorious villain of my stream. Truly the worst. However, shouts out. Let's see if I can get a flask here. I want those bone shards. Solid item, frankly. I mean, it's a lot of damage percent, but it's only 60. And Manatech doesn't matter on this run. That's a flask. I'll take that. Get these bone shards here. And Fulgent Dawn's here. So I guess we could truly go mixed from here and feel good about it. Also, Steer at Circulate and Dwarf is not bad. I guess the question is, can I fit it? And also, how big of a staple is Dwarf going to be on this run? If I see Wraith, Diorite Circulate could also probably be even better with Diorite Circulate. What would I get rid of is also the question. So put maybe this. We don't need that much heritage. We have heritage on this. This also has heritage on it. If I wanted to go heritage 3, I could. But also heritage 3 is very fucking bad. Damage dealt to enemies is amplified for 3 seconds. Cooldown 20 seconds. Disgusting. I can't even believe the devs did this to heritage. Like, are they that afraid of quints being even slightly useful? Like, in the minds of most players, they don't even like quints that aren't orc. And they're like, well, we could fix that, but let's not. Let's just make Heritage 3 dog shit for no reason. I'm salty. So I don't know if I'm taking this, per se. But I don't need this. I don't need this. Sure. We'll take it temporarily at the minimum. So that means Dwarf needs to be placed whenever I can place it. Beautiful. This is exactly the kind of run I wanted to build when I always like when I have an idea when I start the run. Most of the time we don't end up doing that idea, but now we're doing the thing I said at the beginning of the run. Like a lot of times you'll hear me start a video and I'll be like, it would be cool if we could do X or Y, but then we do like whatever the fuck, you know, like I always go with the flow of the RNG. And it's cool that the flow of the RNG sent me in the direction I wanted to go. Very rare moment in Skul. The sandbox game. You know, I'm just pointing that out. I think if anything, yesterday's video proves that. Skul truly is a sandbox game. You can't deny it. If you can make fucking Freeze Warrior work, you can make most things work. As long as it has that fundamental principle I always talk about. Damage percent. God, no. Can we not? No more common chests, please. I'm gonna have to, you know, throw my hand up and you know, put like a cop, like think of like a traffic cop from like the 40s, and he's like blowing his whistle and he's like holding his palm out. That's what I'm doing. The Monopoly isn't that what the Monopoly go to jail guy's doing? I'm doing that. To what just happened. No more common chest. That was a bit of a tangent. Ooh. All right, ladies, make it easy for me, or don't. I don't think you guys are going to have a good time. And for the record, this run isn't even close to its final form. Like, we are a ways off. Manatech Circulator needs to show up. I actually don't think for one, at this point, it was too late to care about if I do the strategies I normally do. Like, there was no way to finessely kill both of them, or kill one sister and then, you know, do my usual shtick against them. So, but I think we're so strong that they never really stood a chance. Absolutely ridiculous. It's very easy to get lost in a build like this. Never lose your head and forget that you need to dodge attacks. There was a lot of moments there where I could have lost reassembly if I was playing stupid. And I certainly took quite a bit of damage in phase 1. I noticed that I was like getting shredded there, but we didn't take any damage in phase 2, which is nice. Okay, well, here's where the basic attack build could have come into play, but we're not doing that at this point. I think I want money. There's a lot of items I need to find still. So I'm just going to break the most expensive. Because, like, there was a quint there I could have broke from max HP, but I'd rather have money. We're not done. There was something I wanted to buy here. For one, collection desire. I definitely want that, because look at how many stats I'm going to gain from that. But also, what else? We have Silent Cries, which is the most important thing. Oh, Go-Getter? Yeah, Go-Getter for sure. This is a Go-Getter run. And none of those curses were worth thinking about, so we're on our way. Time to scale my Arachna skill, attack speed and skill cooldown. This is like the most important thing you can do on this build. Aside from getting Manatech Circulator, but we're there now with, oh, we're not there yet, actually. We still got a ways to go. We just want to get to the point where you can hold down Little Bone's attacks and he instantly uses them. That's like the goal here. Frieza just dead. He evaporated into a red mist. Someone asked me if that was an Eva reference. It's just, whenever I say that dumbass bullshit, I'm just like, imagine someone gets obliterated so hard that like, there's nothing left behind but a cloud of red mist where the person once stood. That's like what that's the joke. It's very stupid. It's a very Haxa joke. Exactly my sense of humor. Sadly not an Eva reference, but I do like Evangelion, kind of. Okay. Looking for Bone of Mana, and among other things. This actually wouldn't be horrible, but I want Manatech Circulator. Bone of Mana, Manatech Circulator. There's pretty much nothing else I care about currently. And I'm going to save my money. Really should be taking more money rooms. Oh, you know what? I should have bought treasure on the pedestal actually there. That would have been smart. Brawler don't even matter to me. You can't keep a good dog down. Not today. Normally I'd be very upset about getting hit with Brawler, but I'm not. I don't even know what happened to this guy. I'd say I should take more money rooms, but once we get our Arachnus skill cooldown shrine maxed, that's when I'm probably gonna... And obviously I still want my damage percent shrine up, but what I really, really need is Manatech Circulator and Bone of Mana. Especially Manatech Circulator. Like, omega important to get it. Just give me some bone shards. No more comments, okay? Let's keep this vibe train moving. Like, what's the point? What's the purpose in not giving me maximum RNG all the time? Just allow me to have fun. Okay, that's all that matters. Just destroying one of my least favorite dark... Get these commons out of here. Oh shit, I should have taken an item room here. Definitely a money room over an item room scenario. Mr. Bacanudo, which he's very and shouts to Mr. Bacanudo. He always argues with me on my stream that I don't take my item rooms enough, but I'm a very, very big believer in money rooms being like infinitely more powerful than item rooms. I hope I said that right. Money rooms over item rooms is what I meant to say. Case in point, frankly. None of this is what I'm looking for. And you're gonna get so many chests that are just like rare chests that have nothing good in them. And like if a unique chest is there, the odds of it having something decent in it. The only time item room or I guess omens too for the record, but omens are hardly ever worth it in my opinion. But if you want an omen, obviously take item rooms, and if you find a legendary chest, that's better than a shop, but the odds of that happening are pretty damn low. Certainly don't justify how often you're going to low roll. And you're going to low roll a lot when it comes to item rooms. You're going to low roll in shops too, but shops carry you so much further than any item room ever could. Like, you can see so many more items in a shop than in a item room. That's my rant. It's over. Shops OP. They're so OP that I think they should be nerfed. Then we can have a fair discussion on equal ground about item rooms. It's not item rooms' faults that shops are so absurdly powerful. We're still not there quite yet. But we're getting there. I would say my bomber is there. My little bone is not, though. And obviously, the items we're missing would be very nice to have. You're not getting a dime from me. Beautiful. Saving that swap there. That's what I like to call the pause the game in between room transitions strategy, because timers still tick when you're, and they fixed it a bit, and actually they fixed it pretty significantly. It used to be a lot worse, but it still happens for the record. Timers do still tick in between rooms. It's just like for a very small period of time, but that's like fraction of a second can matter a lot. Also, that's Wraith. I'm taking Wraith. That's good. Do I have courage? I don't. But I still kind of want it. How is the question? I guess I could get rid of wisdom. Wisdom 3, which is awkward. Alright, now we got Wraith, which is nice. I've become a humongous fan of Wraith. I think Wraith is like a very solid, and we are certainly there, by the way, with our fucking bomber, as you can very clearly see. This is what you want to see. But just imagine, it can get even better if we can just get the Manatech Circulator. That's all we need, man. All we fucking need. You can't stop me now. You had the chance earlier game and you failed. Now we just gotta get there with Little Bone. and we'll be completely... Let's see how quickly we kill this Chimera. Which she isn't here just yet. She's on her way, though. She's creeping around the corner. She's going to be here any second. And keep in mind, we are still missing key items. Like, I need Bone of Mana, as well as Manatech Circulator. Like, these are like the ability spam items, and we don't have them. If we can just get a little bit lucky, it's not even that hard. Like, I'm not asking for a lot. I just simply want the good shit, okay? Help me out, game, please. Heavens to Betsy. It's happening. Get away from me. You're not gonna drag down these vibes. Look, we don't even have Manatech 3, and there's this many, like, components on the ground. Just from the sheer ability spam. It looks, you would be fair to get this mistaken with Manatech 3, but it is not. It's simply raw ability spam power. However, I will be taking my Manatech Circulator now, please. If we don't get it, I'm not going to be that bothered by it, dude. I got the very hard to get bomber build. Like, this is not easy to get, man. I'm very happy that we have this. Also, where's my purple flurp, man? Give me some purple freaking flurp. Like, I want to get this swap action going even more. Look at all these wheels. It's beautiful. I'll be taking that. There's nothing. Oh! Oh, I almost didn't see it! I'm taking this. God damn, what a rare moment. I am not taking the Pot of Greed. We're there. It's time. Oh, yeah. Animation canceling. And it's not even an exploit anymore. It's officially a thing that's in the game. Like, the devs made this on purpose. It's time. Oh my fucking god, dude. Okay. It's time, man. Oh, good God almighty. It is... I don't think it's ever been more time. I don't even know what to say about this, man. This is, for what is about to happen to the enemies in this game, I'm sorry, man. Sometimes I just high roll. Sometimes I get the goated run of all time. It just happens, man. Look at this. Let's see how Bomber feels. It's just instantaneous. Okay. Yeah, we're there. What is my speed? What the hell? Why am I zooting? Am I glitched? I think I'm glitched. What the hell is happening? Oh my god, he's fast as fuck. What? Look, you can see the bomber buff down here. Dude! Please say this stays. I'm so scared to room transition. Oh my god, I'm still fast. What the hell is happening? I've broken the game quite literally. And I say movement speed doesn't matter. Oh yeah, Hacks? You say movement speed doesn't matter? Well, have you ever seen Slowbone zooted out off his gourd? He's just zooming around the map like Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah, I take it all back. Movement speed is king. I don't want to swap, frankly. I mean, I'm going to, but I don't want to. I don't know when I'm going to swap though. This is just too funny. What if I could stack it and keep it going? Well, new bug just dropped, guys. I don't even know how I've done it. If you guys want to try and recreate it and tell me in the comments, feel free. Oh, get away from me. Nothing matters anymore. Look at his fucking feet go. Like, I just can't get over it. It's like Flintstone shit. Alright, let's swap. It was fun while it lasted. I want to use the bomber. Yeah, it's gone now. R.I.P. I wanna have it happen again. It's not gonna happen again. If I could just figure out how to recreate that, I would love to do a run based around that. Also, I forgot to let out that... Oh, that was the halfling. Never mind. We don't want to let her out. Get out of my way. Who do you think you are? Was that a Dark Elite? Oh, there's still a Dark Elite alive. Oh, maybe it was a Dark Elite. And how did he end up over there? Get out of here. Main character syndrome much. Also, for the record, I can get Manatech 3. It doesn't have any effect on the bomber, but it actually will have like a maybe even more significant than I realize. But my guess is it'll have a small but interesting effect on Little Bone. But since we almost instantaneously activate our abilities anyways, it probably won't do anything, but we'll see. Would be... I don't think I can fit this, otherwise I might consider it. I don't know what I'm looking for. Pot of Greed would be nice to have, and since it was cruelly robbed from me because the Manatech Circulator was there. Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. How could I forget? It's gonna be hard to fit it. Maybe we don't need this anymore. We're not swapping. We're still swapping at least somewhat. What happens if I drop this? It doesn't fucking matter. It's fine. Mana Cycle 4 is almost meaningless. I don't like that I'm stuck with that, though. Okay, let's buy Mana... Actually, I'm not buying Manatech 3. We don't need it. It's actually worthless. I'm gonna buy arms. And... courage. So now our physical is actually just as good as our magic, which is wild. And we'll trade in the bone shards, and I think we're pretty much done with our Arachna. I'll take one more skull room, and then from then on, I'm going to do my best to not fall into autopilot habits and try and take rooms that are good for me. Pretty much money, but really there's not any rooms at this point that are good for me. Like, what items am I currently looking for? Pot of Greed, but could I even fit Pot of Greed? I can't see how I would. It might just be worth it to max out my HP on the Arachna Shrine, which is probably what I'm gonna do. It's just beautiful. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. You know, sometimes you just gotta vibe. I'm gonna give him my money too. I'm vibed out. Wait a second. Oh my heavens. I have to fit this. I have to. I want Mutant though. Mutant's important. Or is it? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not important at all. I don't think I'm desperate enough for swapping that I even need Mutant. Now we have the just constant energy blast from that with the animation canceling. It does nothing on Bomber, but it doesn't matter. And now we have like Mana Cycle 4 just through like osmosis, basically. What a fucking insane run. Which, by the way, Manatech 4, or Mana Cycle 4, I did say it was worthless, but it does improve the damage of the like miniature bombs, essentially. Which is fine. It's not crazy. It's not anything to write home about, but it does do something. Just not anything super valuable to me. It's funny now my animation canceling, like whereas before it was a means to an end, now it might actually be like an end. Like instead of just being there to make my the animation canceling like shenanigans possible, now I might actually do a lot of damage with it thanks to the Mana Eater. What a disgusting situation I was put in there. Like now we're just beating the shit out of her with with Mana Eater. Why am I forgetting Mana Eater so much? I'm just gonna say fuck it and build my HP up too. Why not? Like we'll just full max this shrine potentially. Do we build into HP here? I think we do. A little bit. 2. We got a long ways to go. I don't know if we're maxing our shrine here, but we'll try. Because, like, in terms of items, I'm done. Like, this run's done. There's really nowhere else to go here. We've made it. This was Ignacio Felix's run, right? I think. Let me double check my run request. Just so I'm... let's see. Yes, it is. Thank you, Ignacio Felix, for your run request. I hope this is living up to your expectations. I would imagine it is. This was an old run request that I've only just now gotten around to. So, and I know Ignacio still watches my content, so I'm glad you're going to get to see this. Like, this is just really just absurd, honestly. And this got absurd very quickly. Like, it did not take long for this run to start getting out. Just insane. Do I have to go over there? How did the wheels not take care of this fool? God damn it, wheels. Do your jobs. This is exactly as good as I remember it being. Like, I have been wanting to do this run ever since I did it for the first time. Back in... it was either early Dark Mirror. No, it had to be early Dark Mirror because I had Silent Cries. I was thinking maybe it was back in normal mode, but it was definitely in the Dark Mirror. But it's been a very long time since I've gotten to do this, and I was missing it so much. It's even stronger than it was back when I did it back then because Manatech Circulator wasn't a thing back then. Mana Eater's been buffed, and I'm telling you right now, this Mana Eater edition like significantly increased my DPS, way more than I thought it would. That was the item I was missing that I didn't even know I needed. Look at how much quickly I just kill everything. Oh, by the way, remember when I said Lil Bone's considered one of the best skulls in the game and there's valid arguments for that? This is one of those valid arguments. Okay, I need... Wait. I think I'm done with my bone shards, officially. 128. Well, let's see. 150 minus 50. So yeah, or minus 30. Which is 120. So we are done. We're done. Now we just have to focus on items. I don't even have to buy that flask. If I saw orc, I might consider it. Also, hold up now. I don't think so. Like, all these items are building towards something important. We're pretty much, like, there's not a lot of room for growth on this build, which is why, like, my money is not important. Really, no resource is important to me anymore. What a rare thing. I just... 15, 30, minus... I just want to make sure... I'm that uncertain of my math abilities that I'm like, what is... Did I get 150 minus 30 correct? But I just want to make sure I don't fuck it up and end up ever so slightly not getting my all my shrines max, you know? That would suck, but we're there. We got the bone shards we need. And the thing about this build is, the bomber aspect of this build is hard to do, but the little bone aspect of this build is free. Like, you can do this pretty much most runs with little bone. Now, not every run's going to be as much of a high roll as this. This is like the Omega Giga high roll. It doesn't get much more high rolly than what we've done here on little bone, but you can very consistently get very powerful little bone runs, which is why he's a contender for best skull in the game, like straight up. If not, I mean, this is an argument for him being the best skull in the game, honestly. When he gets like this, like, what the fuck can anyone do? What? Oh, come on. I did not want one of these, even one of these fools to summon their friends. It looks like, okay, we got 2 people summoning their friends. I was too slow. What a dishonor, man. How dare I? Also, last second slime. What would I even... I don't even... What would the slime dupe that I would... Like, how would I even navigate this? 259. I don't even know where to go from here. I don't think any of those I would take. I might take this and get rid of this. Actually, I hope he dupes this. Fuck the wheel. Oh my god, please. Please dupe the Mana Eater. Please, man. I'm begging ya. Ah. Can't take that. It wouldn't even help. Like we have instantaneous speed skill cooldown. I want to see this run with double Mana Eater. I think that's the only way this could get more high rolly. Like, I can't believe the Mana... Why was I not thinking of Mana Eater? Well, at least you guys can learn from my mistake. If you're doing this run, pick up the Mana Eater. Like, from the get-go, have the Mana Eater in your mind. Because it's very, very, very good. Too good. Let's see how quickly we kill these pedestals. That's awfully quick. Oh, Joan. Yo, sometimes I do feel for Joan. It's a rare occasion, but sometimes I'm like, well, she didn't deserve this. Like, sometimes you can do Joan dirty. This is one of those times. Near instantaneous death. She's dead. Alright, Hero, I'm coming for you. Delicious tea. You cannot be serious. I don't think I can take the ring. What are my pedestal inscriptions? Let me think. Arms and courage, which are very important. And I only have artifact 2, or else I would get rid of this for it, but none of this is worth taking. Wisdom and wisdom. Like, everything here is very specifically built. We break the ring for symbolism. Like, there's no more room for growth here. It's over. The enemies have lost and I have won. And it was pretty much set from the beginning. Time to max our shrines. I'll be taking my max HP now. Wait, did I keep taking skull rooms? I must have kept taking I was on autopilot mode, man. I told you guys that would happen to me. Don't say anything in the comments or else. This is vibes only. Only good vibes allowed here. I mean, frankly, it doesn't matter. Like, all resources, once we passed a certain point, were dead to me. Like, there was nothing I could do with pretty much any of them. I'm just gonna buy the box. I'm gonna buy the HP. And I'm gonna break this. And you know what? Do a refresh. I'm just gonna give you some money. Enjoy it. Enjoy that too. Here's the kit. It speaks for itself. This speaks for itself. This is almighty power. Like I said, runs like this certainly make me rethink my werewolf is the best skull in the game opinion. Though I guess what you have to think about is like, what if I had Hunt here? What if we didn't have the bomber and instead I had Hunt? What then? We just kill everything even faster. So. Alright, Hero. I'm sorry that this is about to happen to you. I'm sorry for your loss. R.I.P. I'm gonna see if I can kill him before he does his little fucking ultimate. His little pathetic weakling ultimate. I can't even see where he's at. It's gonna be cutting it close. No, it's actually is not. We obliterated him. He never stood a chance. No ultimate for you. How scary. Oh no, he's a Dark Quartz monster. I guess we're dead then. Yeah, how scary. Come here. I don't even have to dodge your puny. I will though, but I don't have to. I'm doing it to make you feel better. In fact, I'm not dodging anymore. And he's dead. Well, that went quickly. That might be my fastest hero kill, actually. I think that might genuinely be my fastest hero kill. Let's just cover the floor with Manatech pieces. The floor is lava. What a beautiful windscreen. Please say the Manatech pieces are there. No! God damn it. Dude, that would have been such a sweet windscreen. Okay, it's fine though. GG's. But still, oh my god. I wanted that so badly. How on earth was our max damage 2k? Where could that have Oh, that would be the bomber kaboom. Okay. Now it makes sense. The run speaks for itself, guys. That was wild. Fastest hero kill I've ever had. I'm fairly certain, due to the nature of the strike run I did before, you know, like I had to wait to pop off with a combo, that it couldn't possibly have been faster than this. Like, god damn, dude. Lil Bone might be the best skull in the game. When you see stuff like this, it's hard to deny it. Especially because they keep buffing him. Like, this was not even possible at the start of 1.7. Or it was it? Maybe not without the Manatech Circulator buff that happened a little while back. I don't know. Stuff like this was close to possible, if not just possible. I don't know. I might be talking out of my ass. But at first, the animation cancel was a glitch, or an oversight, I guess. Now it's just a thing that they gave Lil Bone. And since it's canon, I'm not going to hold back. Like, I'm going to do it. And this is the results. Lil Bone might well be the best skull in the game, which is crazy to fucking say. God, dude. Holy mother of mercy, man. Sometimes you just pop off. I mean, and also, what a great example of mixed damage. Like, I don't know. I have to see how other people play this. But when you're playing ability spam, you should ability spam items. Never get pigeonholed into thinking you're forced into one damage type. Your ability spam runs, especially with Lil Bone, if it's item focused, for the record, I need to clarify that, will be much stronger if you open your mind to mixed damage and just take any ability spam thing you see. Because, like, this, you could not do this if you just focused on magic. It would not be even close to as powerful. You need to build mixed damage to do what I've done here today. Hopefully you guys, dude, this is like the perfect setup too. Like, I started the run saying, like, people might think Lil Bone is hard and bad because there's an achievement for winning the game with him. There's an achievement for winning the game with this. Just keep that in mind. If you win the game with this, you get an achievement. It's a special it's like a special award. Like, you are rewarded for somehow overcoming the odds and winning with this. Like, I've made fun of this before, but it's just so funny. Like, it definitely gives the wrong impression. Lil Bone is absurd. Like, I can't say that enough. And we didn't even have, like, the best possible Quint. Like, imagine if we had Orc. Like, God, if we had Orc, that would have been over in, like, 2 seconds. Man, I wish I had Orc. I wish I had Orc so bad. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's one of the most fun runs of Skul I've ever had. They don't get better than that, man. The only thing that maybe could have made that better is, like, curses. But even then, like, all of my dark abilities were building towards something important. I guess this could have, like, I don't even know if we needed the aging. We may have not needed it. Like, if this was, like, shyness or, what's it called? Infectious disease. Good God almighty. Oh, that would have been fucking nuts. Dude, it's just crazy to think that this... And also, if we dupe the fucking Mana Eater, man. Oh, I straight up think the Mana Eater was, like, a large portion of the DPS we were doing. If not the majority of it, man. God, oh, God, I'm so... if only this was on stream. I wish people were here pogging with me, but, you know what? You guys can pog in the comments tomorrow. I'm so excited for you guys to see this, but I need to stop rambling. This was a hilariously awesome run. I hope you guys enjoyed it. High roll from the beginning all the way through. We even got the bomber. I'm glad this fulfilled a run request. Thank you, Ignacio Felix. Anyways, I'm done here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.